Okay, so I'm gonna just do this hair. This hair, I keep noticing I got a bald character here, and just before I do more of the eye stuff, I'm gonna go zip in and do the hair. And I'm gonna say this is good enough for now. I can come back and tweak this up later on. Just gonna go in here to my subtools. I've got this on. I'm gonna go to my lowest subdivision level, so I'm hitting Shift D to go down to the bottom. And I've noticed that I don't have my UVs laid out. So I'm gonna go over here to Z plugin, and I can hit unwrap. Okay, and we can check out what that's gonna do for me. I'll just put this on solo, and it kind of laid out the UVs for me. This might be a bit of a waste of space. I probably could get a better UV layout out of this, so I'm just going to hit this and go back here. And you can see like the inside here, probably don't need to have much UV action on that. And I could probably cut the ponytail off and fit it in a little bit better and get more texture space out of it. So let's go and hit export. But if I was in a real hurry, that would have worked. That would have got me out of the problem. I'm just going to do hair, and I'll throw it here. Actually, let's go into scenes. And how many hairs do I have in here? Let's call this hair number 4. I should probably clean this folder up soon and get rid of some junk that I don't need. Save. And I'll zip over to Maya. File. And remember, when I import in, I just go and I check merge into namespaces, and if I switch this to OBJ, make sure it's on single object, and hair number 4, import. Okay, and we'll just take a look here at, let's isolate it, and well, that's pretty close right there. There's some geometry that's really close to the surface that might cause some problems later on. Let's see, what if I go in here and I grab, let's say, this vertice, and I go grow selection, and I keep hitting G a few times, just so it starts to engulf this area here. And that should be more than good right there. And I'll just hit average vertices and bring it in just a bit. I'm just going to hit G a couple of times there, so it's not too close to the edge. Okay. As long as I don't do anything more than that. Now I'm just going to go into the UV editor. Let's get rid of this thing. Or we were over here. And like I was saying, this looks kind of weird, and I'm not crazy about it. I'm just going to take a look here where my seam is. And let's go in here and double click on this one. And that went all the way down here. Back. Up around there. That seems to be good, and then it kind of finishes off right here. I'm just going to deselect that and that. And did I see anything extra over there on that side? Nope. I'm just going to cut that. And so that can come off. Whoop! There. And then this thing here, what do we got? We got this kind of strange edge right through here. Don't worry about that in a second. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to take this one. You can see that line right through here, and I'll just cut that. So that means if I grab the UVs, there I can pull it off. And then I got this beast. Just going to grab these edges here and cut them. There's it right there. Actually, let's not cut those ones. Oops. If. I'm just going to undo that. I'm going to cut this one, and this one. Right in the middle like that. That looks nice. Okay, and then if I take this one all the way up to here, I'm just going to hit it with a move and sew, and it moved and it sewed over there. These edges, just grab them like this, and I'll just hit sew, move and sew, and it'll sew it. Works the same as sew, but without moving it. Because they're both launched together. And there, I'll just take these two and I'll hit move and sew. And there, it's done it. Done what it's supposed to do. Take this thing, hit unfold. Whoop! That's nice. Very nice. Just wondering about the ponytail here, and let's see, what do we have for a seam? We have a seam that comes down the side. I think visually it might be better if it goes down the middle, just in case there's some kind of weird edge that you see or something like that. I'll take it down to here, double click, And I'll cut that. Where are we over here? You can see this. If you double click from here, it'll go all the way to the end. Okay, there's some kind of little pinch there that I'm not going to bother fixing right now. Let's cut that. And then what do we have down at the end? At the end, we've got all this stuff that I did not really accommodate for right down in here. There's something weird. So let's just take that, and I'm going to move this one. I'm going to hit F. This is taking more time than I was thinking it was going to take. And see, that one goes all up the side. Let's take that and we'll cut it. And then it's that one kind of comes off the side over here. Feels like I could do a bit more cutting down here. Let's just see what that looks like. And then I can grab, say, this one, and I'm just going to grab these edges here. There. And if I hit move and sew, moves over to the other side and sews. There's a couple pieces there I missed. Hit it again. And double click, unfold. And again, I could spend some time pulling some of these things down and around and cutting them so they have less stretching down in here. But that's not too bad. And we'll do one right through the middle. Just going to go in here and I'll cut this through the middle. Dook. Cut. Okay, great. Let's grab all the UVs, and I'm going to hit the layout button. Fits into the 0 to 1 area. Maybe I go to modify layout and I look at the options, and this is on the other screen. Okay, there we are. World, free. This one right here is not going to be seen, so I'm going to make it a lot smaller. Then I'll go back and grab everything, turn off the free, have it on none, take the world, apply, and there it almost makes me wonder why I went and I cut that. But just thinking if there's any other way to arrange this. What if I take this one and I manually move this one over here, move it up here, take this one, put this here. I don't know if I can actually save much texture space. Scale it up a bit and fit this in. No, I don't think this is going to save me much at all. Nope, I am just completely foolish. There's a weird little split right down here. It's going to take those edges and hit move and so on those. Yeah, so this didn't do what I was hoping it would do, so I'm just going to make these. And actually, you know what? Let's put that on free. And yeah, that's probably about as good as I'm going to get. Okay, I can sit there and cut it up more, but I think I'm going to leave it. So now that I've done that, and let's go in here and delete my history, I can take this and go File, Export Selection. I'm just going to save it as the same one that I had a moment ago, Hair 4. And then when I go back to ZBrush, I can go and hit Import and bring in Hair 4. Whoop, just replaces it. And now my UVs are magically transferred over to my hair. There. Okay, and then I'm going to make a quick displacement map. Great disp map. There we go. A little bit of stress down in that area down in there. That's the inside of the head. And yeah, you can see that there was probably some issues earlier of one of the brushes I was grabbing must have kind of pulled some of this over, but not a big deal. And then I'm going to hit export, and I'm going to export it out. Instead of an OBJ, we'll switch it to the MA file, and we'll just call this one hair. Okay, great. Hair, and save. And I'll just check it out when I bring it over to Maya. Let's get rid of this one. Let's bring everything into place. File, import, And instead of OBJ, we'll switch to the ASCII file. And I always make sure I still have that on this third option. And this one, go into the data folder, go into scenes, and I find the hair MA, and I import, and boom, there it is. And I should, if I check it out, the render should work. I'll just go in here to Arnold, hit it with the render. Whenever I do this, it slows down my render. Okay, and by default it gave me a blend, and it's kind of gray, but whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. It's working. We're going to texture these shortly. One other thing I want to do with this hair, I'm just going to come and bring in the skeleton here. And let's go to the two panels. Let's go to the side view, and I'm just going to hit F and frame it. And let's see, the top of this hair can be bound to this joint here. But then I want something else to kind of manipulate the ponytail. Okay, and so I'm just going to go over to rigging, and I'm going to go to skin, or not skin, skeleton, create joint. And I'll create one right here. I'm going to try to spread them out relatively evenly, trying not to make too many. There. And I'll hit enter. And then I can take this and parent it to that one. I'll just press P on my keyboard. Don't pee on your keyboard. No peeing. And here when I go and I hit that button, I can't see it. It's probably because it's collapsed. It's one of these stacks right here. If I go and right click on this, expand all. What the hell was that I just found? Okay. And there's my joints for my hair, and I'll just grab them all quickly. And over here, hair, underscore JNT. Great. Got that selected. I'll select that joint there, grab this, and I'll go in and I'll skin it. I'm going to bind skin, and drop off of 4, maybe maximum 3 influences. And I'm just going to do that. Selected joints. Great. Done. So it's got all those. And, you know, you can test it out, make sure it works. I'm just going to grab all these joints at the same time. I'm just holding down Shift so I can do that. And then when I wag it around. Okay, the ponytail looks like it's working fine. We got a problem here with the top of the head. So I'm just going to grab this and let's go over to the Paint Skin Waves tool. And as I'm doing this, maybe I don't want to affect this area down here, and I want to do this kind of quick. So I'm going to zip back into my UV editor. Oh, and the UVs, when I brought them in, they split all up. So I'm just going to go and grab the UVs and quickly hit the merge button. Okay, and then we'll grab all of the vertices here and here, leaving those alone. Okay, going to close that down. And I can go back over here to the Paint Skin Waves tool. And when I paint to neck 3 with all those vertices selected, I could probably just go ahead with add on, hit flood, and that's all flooded. Actually, it's kind of strange. It's got the whole piece of geometry selected again. Let's go back here to this, and I'm going to go in here. And I guess somehow when I was doing this and I thought I was being very clever, there, I've got those vertices selected. I'll go to the Paint Skin Waves tool. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Add flood. There, so it's all flooded. Actually, I could hit it with smooth and hit flood. Does that do anything? It kind of blends the end down in here. Okay. And let's just check that out. Now when I grab this joint and I rotate it around, it leaves the rest of it alone. Okay. That one's kind of, probably don't want to move that much. This one down in here, there. Actually, the weighting looks kind of funny right there. I might spend a bit more time weighting this. I was trying to get away with not doing a lot of weighting. And then I could go in here and rig these really quickly. If I go in and let's isolate those. And I want some kind of quick controller to grab these things and rotate them. So I'm going to go to create NURB circle. Got a circle down here. Let's make it bigger. Something easy to select. And I'll just take this and make a hold down V there, and I'm just going to hit F. Make a quick duplicate and hold down V. Make another duplicate, hold down V. There. And as I get to this stage here, now I want these to line up with the joints perfectly. So if I select the joint first, then this, and I go to constrain, and I hit it with an orient constraint. I might notice that the angle's a little bit funny, so I'm just going to go to the hull, grab the rotate tool, hold down J. There, got it. Take this joint here, grab this one, constrain, orient, and go and grab the hull, hold down J. Grab that joint first, grab this. So I'm just repeating the same behavior over and over and over again. And hull. Hull is just a edge loop for CVs, for control vertices. So I'm just trying to line it up with the joint roughly. Oh, grab this first, grab that. Constrain, orient. And actually I'm allowed to do that from there. I didn't know that. Okay, there, grab the hull, hold down J. And when I did it, J didn't snap it, so I gotta do, there we go. Great. And grab this first, grab that. And constrain, orient, hull, grab this, hold down J, boop, 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 boop. There we go. Actually, it doesn't look right. There. Oh, you bastard! There, good enough. Okay, so I did that and I lined everything up. Then I'm just going to grab this, and here, let's go into the hypergraph again. And those are my controllers that are all sitting over here. And they've got little constraints on them. There's my hair geometry. And I'm just going to get rid of all those orient constraints that I put in. Boop. Delete those. And you know what? I should have froze those before I did this. So I'm just going to try a trick. I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to grab all these at once. And my rotations are all funny. But I want to get rid of those scale values. So if I go in here and I right click and hit freeze, and you can't see what I'm doing, it's going freeze, I'm just going to hit freeze scale. That gets rid of that. And if I go to right click and I go to freeze and I'm going to translate, that zeroes out my translate. So my rotates have these dirty numbers on them. Okay, and that's cool. Now if I grab this one and I make a duplicate, okay, I'm going to take the duplicate, and actually, how do I want to do this one so I can follow it logically? I'm just going to get rid of the duplicate for a second. I'm just going to grab everything here, and I'm going to rename these. When I rename them, let's call these hair control underscore control, and there it is, calls them hair control 1, hair control 2, 3, 4. Okay. This hair control should actually be called hair control 1. Just going to get rid of the history on this. Alt Shift D. And this one, if I make a duplicate, I'm going to take the duplicate and parent it in. Boop. And then I'm going to get rid of the little shape node on it. You can see this. Remember, whenever I do this, I have these things on. And I can get rid of that. Great. And this is going to be the dirty control. Dirty GURP. Okay, and actually I'm going to go in here and I'm also going to name this hair 1 control. Enter. And then this one here, that should be hair 1 underscore control. There. Okay. And then, so now we can see this sitting here. I go in and I grab this controller and I grab the joint at the top and I go into constrain and I'll hit it with an orient constraint. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing again and again. Let's see how fast I can do this. Grab this one, make a duplicate. Take this thing, parent it in here, and get rid of that little shape node. This one here, hair control, this will be hair 2. And get rid of that 1 underscore 30 underscore GURP. Just trying to keep everything organized and so it all kind of looks the same. Hair 2. There we go. So I've got that selected, and I go and I grab the joint there, constrain, orient. I could do a parent constraint on it too if I really thought about it, but whatever. Okay, do the same again, Control D, duplicate it, parent this in, get rid of that. Hair control 3. .30 underscore GURP. Great, done. And then this one here will be hair 3. There we go. And if I grab that joint and I do the constrain, orient, and I could put, like I said, if I had the parent constraint on, then the point would move too, but whatever. Make it duplicate, parent this in, get rid of that. And then get rid of that thing. This is hair number 4. I have to navigate around this microphone. Underscore GURP. Great. And then this is hair 4. Enter, done. And grab that joint and constrain, orient. Got one left. Control D, duplicate, get rid of that. And I forgot to put this thing on here. Actually, something is bothering me. Am I 1, 2, 3? I did all in order. Okay, good. Just in case I was losing my mind. And 5. Enter, done. And then I just got to grab that one joint here. The last joint in the chain isn't really necessary to do anything to. There. And then I'm going to parent this one to there, this one to there. Remember, if you don't have a ponytail, you don't have to do this. I could put another controller on it too, so that it was controlled by some kind of curve or spline curve or something like that, but that's just beyond what I was hoping to do with this. Let's bring in the controller layer here, and I probably want this curve here parented to the head, so I'm just going to hit P. Done. And so now when I want to control those, I can move them around. And anything else? Actually, that... Okay, good. There's nothing on it. And I'm going to stop this video here.